Hi, you might be wondering what this all absolute spoken English batch is about and how it really helps no matter what age you are and what academic skills do you have. I personally think that there are certain levels in English and it is generally not considered when you go to local institutes and and like education for you know business. So when you join Skill Earth Academy and the first session uh, is given. So let me share the slide so it will give you a better idea what this is all about and why is it called Absolute Spoken English Batch. So first thing first that we need to know, why do you really want to speak English and how would it be affecting your life in a very positive manner. So there are people who really want to speak English for the presentation, like they are managers or they are counselors, they are academic head. So they have got to present their, institution or kind of academic place that they have been running. In other words, you can say they are the higher authority and they have got to present themselves in a manner where it feels more authentic. Secondly, an exam. So we also receive inquiries for students who are studying for a particular exam. However, I do not say any competitive skills in this spoken English batch because it's more about the essential grammar skills which can make you confident while communicating in public places. Though it does have grammar lessons and the grammar lessons which are still studied through speaking activities. Thirdly, work. Everybody wants to work, and everybody is eventually working for any kind of organization. So, work is the first priority that this entire curriculum, really helps. Fourth, travel. If you want to travel around the world, every place on this planet, to be honest, English has got that kind of advantage that gives you when you travel one country to the another. Specifically, when you are traveling to English-speaking countries. Last, hobby. There are many hobbies, but speaking English has no harm. It all adds up to your personality and kind of presentation that you walk with in public or at any place in your life. So your introduction and the specific reason that you can give us in 30 minutes demo class. Secondly, there is a speaking topic, and I really like this topic. So the topic is, does money make you happy? If it does, give us some pleasures that you can afford with a good amount of money in your bank or in your pocket. Also, do you believe that money talks? If it really talks, share some life examples how it really talks and what it can do for you in life. So when you speak on this topic, it gives kind of idea to the English, teacher or trainer, which level is best for you. So if that feels you are absolute beginner, so there is absolute beginner batch, which is A1 and A2. If you speak impressively, however, needs improvement in vocabulary and want to speed up your language learning process, that it may be you are suggested B1 and B2. Thirdly, that is the advanced level, which requires a lot of idioms and phrasal verbs and even collocation studies that you can do on your own. uh, teachers have got very less help for you because they are at this level interacting equally. Okay. Third one is, I'm just in hurry. So I really give this example when I go to offline classrooms. I always start my session with this wonderful idea and wonderful example. I ask every student in my classroom to imagine that they have got the fanciest car, the most expensive car on this planet. Okay. And sadly, they have got three wheels. So, kind of a crazy imagination, but trust me, it really works when you go for any language classroom and you want the trainer to teach you only one wheel, which is speaking. So everybody wants to speak English supernaturally, super effortlessly, and all, but nobody really wants to focus on listening, reading, and writing. So no language learner is complete without focusing on four skills like like the fanciest car or the most expensive car on this planet. So you have got to do work on four skills very equally, like absolutely equally. So you have to be reading a little bit, speaking more, listening occasionally, and writing journals or something on the paper which can give and gives you an idea how poor you are at writing. Okay, and that was my case when I started my masters in English literature. I was terribly poor at writing my exams. So in the first semester, I scored terribly, and yeah, but the reality was I knew what I could do. So I never ever disappoint myself. I never have a kind of self regret or like self pity. I keep self compassion because I knew, I always know that I started from absolute beginning and I took my, step by step language development journey. Last one is there are topics and they are enough. If you like, this is the last slide in 30 minutes demo session where there are nearly 18 or 20 topics. You can choose any topic and speak for 2 minutes. So the idea behind this slide is if you speak for 2 minutes, we kind of examine that you are very good for the intermediate batch. So we will start from day one speaking practices for you, right? But if you do not speak these topics for a minute or two, then you need to work on basic grammar structures, which is more likely to be the part of A1 and A2, which is elementary or basic beginner batch. So yeah, so that's it. So thank you for listening till here. If you are looking to improve your spoken English specifically in 2026 and wants to be confident, wants to be the best interview candidate on internet at physical offline interview places, please join Skill Earth Academy or join this batch. There are two trainers right now, me and one of the trainer who takes basic or beginners batches. There is one thing sure that in 3 months you will definitely see improvement, because I remember when I started my basic offline batches 3 4 years kid, like I remember quite early a student who was studying in third or fourth class and he started speaking English really, like averagely well after 2 3 months. So why can't you do that? So everybody can speak in 2 to 3 months time. Yeah, what matters most that their dedication, their regular classes, and our hard work in the classroom. Thank you. Have a nice day. See you in the batch. Thanks.